Service in northern Indiana has issued a tornado warning for Allen County, Indiana, western Paulding County, Ohio, until 4:45 p.m. At 4:12 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 6 miles north of Hopkins and moving northeast at 75 miles per hour.
Hello, I'm going to take you through a quick walkthrough of our Indiana one-stop shop. We borrowed the frames from the Indiana Gov website and used the Indiana Department of Homeland Security to show how well our application fits inside and our colors match. We're going to start off, we made this application very dynamic. We used PHP on the server side and MySQL for the database and created a relational database to store all the data. And we're going to start off with the admin side so that we can go through that and show you how we made everything dynamic. Here we are. We can do quite a few things here as a administrator. We can manage accounts. We can manage accounts. We can manage the questions. Then we can take care of the one-stop shops. We'll go through the manage accounts real quick. You can view and edit everybody's accounts. We use the database that was provided from the system, so there's a lot of repeats. This probably would not look like the real database. But you can look here. We can delete accounts. No longer have the Department of Transportation. We can search for accounts by their login name, their username, or their account type. And it'll print a list. Let's see how many people have the name Joe. So there's 6 people with the name of John. We can go ahead and look at these users. But we're going to go back to the main menu, where the only accounts that can be created by the administrators or other administrators. This is the only way you can get an administrator account. You have the approving vendors. When a vendor agrees to sign on and provide assistance, they need to be approved. This keeps people from being malicious, trying to take advantage of people. I just unapproved a bunch of them, but I'm going to show you how. You can click the check all. It'll check everything if you think that everything's there. If you accidentally click the check all and you didn't mean to, you can go ahead and uncheck it. So we're just going to go ahead and check all and approve all the vendors. Now you can see there's no vendors needing to be approved. You can do the same thing with the questions. We can view and edit all the questions that have been submitted. And we'll look here. And this one, somebody put his other needs. Do you need money? We can update it. We can delete it. We can approve it or unapprove it here. If we want to see what questions are waiting to be approved, and the reason why we do that again is malicious intent. If somebody is trying to mess around with people, they create funny or inappropriate questions. We made it so that somebody has control over what questions are approved. You can go in here and you can see there's some questions that need approved. I'm going to go ahead and approve everything. The only way that that somebody will get routed to an agency for assistance is if they, one, of course, are approved. Their questions that they've submitted are approved, and they've signed up for the one-stop shop or have been assigned to the one-stop shop. And that's where the dynamics of everything comes in. Because no two catastrophes are the same, so I clicked on log out. So we made it so that everything is dynamic by who shows up and what agencies want to provide what type of assistance. Back in here, and we can create questions. We can go ahead and create the what category they're in, and then we can just type in the question that we want to create, and it's automatically approved because we're administrator. The meat and potatoes of the whole application after all of that is so we can initiate a one-stop shop. I already created a earthquake in Indiana, and from here you can update the information. You can add or delete agencies. From here you can update the information. You can add or delete agencies. You can cancel the event entirely, which would get rid of it, or we can just close this screen. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to initiate a new one-stop shop. We're going to have a hurricane in Muncie, and we're going to hold the one-stop shop at Main Street in Muncie, and Of course, it's in Indiana. And we'll initiate this. This will create a database instance for it, and people can now sign up to provide assistance at this location. And as administrator, if we know that a list of people are going to be there, let's say it was a bunch of people from Decatur or Dearborn come up, Dearborn County, we'll just say everybody in Dearborn is going to come out and they're going to help us with our one-stop shop. So we can go there and add these people to the event. Now that we've added people to the event, they show up here. We can also remove them. It looks like there's a bunch of family support services in Decatur. We don't need that many. 2 should be suffice. These 2 said they were going to cancel, so we're going to go ahead and remove them from the event. So now when the questions come up, they'll be the questions that are associated with that, plus whoever is registered has been approved and says that they'll be there at that event. So we'll go and I'll show you the checklist that was created in just a second. Real quick, you can conclude a one-stop shop by coming to this menu. If you were to shut this down, nobody could register anymore, no data could be inputted anymore for the one-stop shop. It's done and over with. We're not going to do that because that's irreversible at this time. We're going to go ahead and one last menu here is pulling reports. We don't have enough data to pull any accurate reports. Once the database has been filled with users and we can pull any type of reports, how many people visited an agency, how long that agency took on average, how many people total, all that information, how long it was open for. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to log in as a vendor here, and I'll show you the. I'm actually going to create a vendor account. I'm going to register. Here's register for the user. We're going to go ahead and register here as an agency. We're going to do the Red Cross of Indiana. This information was from the database. I didn't know if the state needed it or not, so I just put it in there. We're going to say the phone number is 555-1212. Username. Let's choose something that's not there. We'll do Red Cross Indiana. All right, now that we're at the end here, this is where the whole dynamic comes into play with the questionnaire. We're going to say that for now, other needs and other for our question because we want to create our own questions, and I'll show you how to do that as soon as we get logged in here. Oh, I forgot to put a phone number. We'll just do 555-1212. We'll submit. Now, we're in as a vendor. Now, our account is still pending approval, so our questions will not show up, and we will not show up as a provider until the administrator approves us. But I'm going to go ahead and sign up for a one-stop shop. We're going to go help out in the Muncie hurricane. Again, we can sign up for all of this. None of our information is going to show up until we get approved. So I'll show you how that works. We're going to edit our account. We're going to edit our questions. I don't want this question in here. I want to create a question. And I'm going to create, anybody need any babysitting? We're just going to say that this is under other needs. And we're going to create that. And notice it's not created. And it needs to be approved, so I'll show you how to get this approved. Before I do that, let me go ahead and log out, and I'll show you how. Alright, now I'm logged in as a user. We can answer our initial questions. I'm going to first go and show you how on the checklist we don't have a question down here for any others. We put in there that we had others, but we didn't show up here. So we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to answer random questions here. Show you how we dynamically create question lists. We're going to submit this question here. And now we have our Hurricane Muncie. Give us our username. Our username is user. and we can provide that to people who are providing assistance. They'll be able to pull up our account information so that the users don't have to continually give their email address, their home address, their telephone number, all that information. The agencies will be able to pick up, so that'll help alleviate the stress and make getting assistance a lot quicker. A user can go ahead and if they want to use their smartphone, which I will cut over to a scene right now. This is what the question list looks like on a smartphone. And then now we can see that if we want to update our information, we click on update. It now adds a tick mark here that, hey, this is updated. And if we go back to our main menu and go view, update, print our checklist, we can, for Hurricane Muncie, you'll notice that those are still checked. We can also print our form. We'll come up and print it and bring us back here. I'll go ahead and show you that page right now. So this is what it looks like after it's printed out, so that they can have a paper copy if they don't have a smartphone and they're using the computers at the agency. Alright, so now we have we've got our checklist, we're going around. Still don't have that one question about needing to get a babysitter, because I need a babysitter so I can take care of some of this stuff. So we're going to go ahead and log out. Alright, I've shown you how to approve the vendors and the questions, but we're going to do that real quick here. So we're going to go ahead and approve Red Cross 2. And we'll log in as Red Cross 2 in just a second. We're logged back into as a user. We'll go back to answer our initial questions. We'll go back to Hurricane Muncie. And you'll notice that the questions that I answered yes to are going to show up with a yes check mark. These ones will still say no. And now we see that we do need somebody to babysit our children. So I'm going to go ahead and click yes. And not all my questions are answered. Those that aren't answered will stay no. And you'll see that the two that I already took care of are already there. And now for assistance with, do you need someone to babysit your children? I can go see the Red Cross. We're going to go pretend that we went to go see the Red Cross. I'll be logged in as the Red Cross when you see me next. We're logged back in as the Red Cross. Now that we are approved, we now have one person waiting for your assistance. So that one person comes up. They tell us that their name is user, or their username. So we're going to come over here and we're going to go, okay, user it is. We're going to look up their account info. It's going to go ahead and load us with whatever information they gave us. Now we can go ahead and transfer this over to what we need it for and take care of them. And when we're done, we'll go ahead and hit assistance is complete. Notice it will take them out of our queue. There's nobody waiting for assistance for us. It also puts a check mark on their form at in the database of how long it took us to take care of them from when they signed up for their form till we check them off. So as you can see, everything about this application is quick and easy. It's all dynamic, so each situation can be tailored to who's there and who needs help. Again, we transferred very little data as possible to the user. Most everything is just text, so that it can be used on small computers with low bandwidth. Thanks for listening and have a great day.